Recent plane crashes and FAA layoffs have some San Diegans concerned about getting on a plane. One woman even canceled her flight this weekend. ABC 10 News reporter Perla Shaheen spoke to her and an expert who says this isn't the time to worry.
For the second time in 2 months, Americans watched a U.S. commercial airplane crash while attempting to land. A Delta Airlines plane slammed into the runway in Toronto on Monday, just a few weeks after an American Airlines flight collided with a Black Hawk helicopter in Washington, D.C., killing a total of 67 passengers. These incidents are disturbing to some San Diegans, like Ellie Finley.
I was planning to fly to Arkansas to visit my aunt, but we collectively decided to postpone the trip based off of all of the uncertainty that's going on.
Finley says she made the decision to cancel her flight this weekend after the Trump administration fired 400 employees on the Federal Aviation Administration. Trump's transportation secretary explaining that it was a small portion of the FAA and none of them were critical safety personnel.
I was thinking, okay, no, this is the final straw. I'm just going to postpone. It's not the end of the world. I can see my aunt in May.
Retired PSA and U.S. Airways Captain Joe Graham still believes flying is safer than ever.
What would you say to flyers who are concerned about safety on planes?
I don't think anybody should be worried. As long as you're on a U.S. airline and pay attention to the safety demonstrations, I think you're in the safest place in the world.
Before 2025, there hadn't been a fatal crash involving a U.S. airliner in almost 16 years. Data from the National Transportation Security Board shows aviation accidents on general and commercial flights have actually decreased since 2022. The board defines an accident as when a passenger experiences death or serious injury, or when the aircraft gets substantially damaged.
When you look at the accident rates 20 years ago, these things were happening a couple times a month, but they've really firmed up the training and the equipment's better.
Finley says she's comfortable postponing until she gets a better idea of what led up to these crashes. Perla Shaheen, ABC 10 News.
You can keep up with any developments surrounding the investigation by downloading our free mobile app. Just go to the App Store and search 10.